Hey yo, so I get a lot of questions about how I make Stubs MLB the show. Whether it's on TikTok or YouTube or Twitch, people come in and go, how you got so many stubs? You got a million stubs. How do you have Andrew McCutcheon? How do you have Randy Johnson? How do you have George Brett? I've made a bunch of videos on how to make millions of stubs, no money spent. I explain the program grinds. I explain buying cards, holding on to them, grinding for cards, selling them at a high price. Today, I'm just going to explain flipping, what I flip, the intricacies of flipping, how to do it, and what to look for in a profit margin. I have been playing MLB The Show since I want to say 2014, and mainly played Road of the Show. Didn't really tap into Diamond Dynasty. Did a little bit in 2015, and I would just drop money on packs. Just rip packs, hope to pull something good, and then luckily would just buy. If I didn't pull something good, I would just buy stubs and buy cards. But instead, around 2017, I learned how to flip the marketplace. Someone on one of the Facebook groups was kind enough to help me out, and ever since then, I've been trying to pay it forward and help y'all out with doing the same thing. We've been a little more aggressive this year than usual. This is our first year going full, no money spent, and I think we've been ahead of the curve in terms of getting every single card, more so than I've been in years past when I even spent a little bit of money to get a head start. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but I want to help you do it for free if possible. Even if you spend money, this video can be for you, so you have to spend less money to get what you want. So we've done this before inside of my stud making videos where I explain all the other processes, but this is just flipping. And I'll be flipping a little bit inside of the video too to show you an idea of what we're doing. So every single card has a buy now price and a sell now price that someone can list the card. We own Nolan Ryan. We locked him in for a collection, but let's say we wanted to buy this card. You can either buy it immediately right now for 216,000 stubs. Now, I'm deathly afraid of accidentally hitting the X button, so I'm just going to get out of there real quick because I don't want to spend that many stubs on a card I already have. What I would recommend you do is you put in a buy order. If I had a sellable Nolan Ryan and I wanted to sell it right now and not wait, we would just hit that and boom, you would sell it for 188,000 stubs. The big thing that messes up your margin or your process of what you're trying to do is if you don't factor in the tax the game charges. I know it sounds stupid, but they do have a tax to try and curb you from transferring stubs to other people or selling third-party stubs, etc. So you're going to have to factor in a 10% tax every single time you make a sale. So let's make a sell order to explain. 188,500. That's the price. If you look at what you would get from selling that card, it's 169,650 stubs. Compared to the buy now price, that is a significant loss of stubs. You do not ever want to do that, which is why I don't recommend hitting the buy now or the sell now ever. There's always someone else on the marketplace who's going to do it. Don't let it be you. You want this card, you put in a buy order. So if you look at the sell now prices, you're going to want to go one stub over, which I'm not actually going to hit sell up, which I'm actually not going to hit buy on because I don't want that card. I already own it. However, if you want to sell it, then what you do is you go right next to the buy now price and you go one stub under. And if you look at this, there actually is a bit of a margin. There's about a 6,000 stub profit. However, you don't see it with this card necessarily right now, but you can very, very, very quickly. This is a very expensive card. It's a very rare card. You can only get it from pulling a chase pack. And those don't really show up often in packs. So when someone gets this, let's be honest, a lot of you are dropping 50 bundles and praying for this card. It's not often that someone pulls this card accidentally out of a chase pack they didn't purchase. It's very hard to find a chase pack in a bunch of packs unless you're buying the actual chase, the 50 bundle that comes with the chase pack. So people tend to panic and significantly slash the price of an order because you can put whatever you want here. If you put it too high, then you wouldn't see it show up as the most recent order that someone can buy now right away. Adversely, if someone doesn't want to, go one stub over, some people might even go to like 195. And there, if you were to buy it for 195 and then sell it for 216, you're going to lose a lot of stubs. So something this volatile at this high of a price, 6,000 stubs is not a major profit. You have to be really keeping your eye on this stuff. So this is something I put as a high risk flip. Giancarlo Stanton is as well. Just taking off the top, you're taking 10% tax off. So literally right here, if I ever am curious about a flip, just literally make a sell order, go to the buy now price, and then one stub under. So this is only 3,500 stubs, not even 3,400 stubs for a card worth 100K. Huge risk. Now we might be onto something here with Ken Griffey Sr. 42584 going one stub under. We're looking at a 5,000 stub profit here. I think this is a much better risk because it's much cheaper. It's going to be harder for someone to jack up that marketplace. You know what? Let's go crazy, chat. Let's see if I can flip this card. Oh, wow. Whoa. I just made a boo-boo. We just added an extra digit there for no reason. So, there you go. There you have it. We put in a buy order, and because it's one stub over the highest sale now, we take over the top bid if someone pulls this card and wants to sell it right away. Let's hope they do. Oh, look at that. See? Almost instantaneously, someone overbid and they didn't go by one stub. You don't have to, but you're going to want to. It's better for everyone to go one stub at a time. Now, I guess we can match this a little bit. Let's go one stub over again and do it. Boom, it went through. Let's flip, baby. Come on. Sometimes cards are immediate, sometimes they take forever. So if we go one stub under, we're still making about 5,000 stubs. And let's see. You can do this like a maniac if you're me, or we can keep scrolling down and do what we call up and down. Let's look at Joey Votto here. This is 3,000 and change. This is a reward that people are selling. If they're going to grind for it, they might just want to jack it down a couple hundred subs, a couple thousand subs to get their way. As you can see, the sell now price went from 47,405 to 48 to 48,255 to 49,250. That's a little volatile for me. I don't like that. Let's see. Someone cut my order down, so we're going to have to take back the sell order. See, look at this. You got to be careful. Someone just tried to take 1,000 stubs away from my kids, my family. We don't like that. So we're going to try and go one stub under again. Worst case scenario, we don't own Ken Griffey Sr. yet, and we'll hold on for a little bit. These cards, once again, program rewards. This is a little bit of a risk. I flipped some of these earlier. 3,000 stubs. See, it's almost twice the price, and goes like that. I don't like flipping that. You can do it if you want, as long as you're comfortable with this margin. Now, Zach Greinke, if we look at this and you go one stub under the buy now, 5,000 stubs, almost 6,000 stubs. That's a little more comfortable. If you want to flip that, I'd recommend that. Here's a pricey one. Mike Messina. He's a flawless reward. From the Flawless Pack in Battle Royale. See, this looks like a lot, but it's really not. Off the jump, you go, wow, this is over 225,000 stubs difference. It's got to be a good flip, but you're not factoring in 10% tax. So this is not a good flip. 200,000 stubs with a 3,000 stub margin, I don't like this at all. As you can see on the sell orders, there's a point where someone goes from 197 to 2,000. So someone can easily do that to you. And just like that, we made a nice little flip right here. We made about 4,000 stubs flipping Ken Griffey Sr. Maybe you want to do this again. Maybe I want to do this again. This is the newest headliner, so it tends to move faster than the other ones. Never mind. Someone just went hundreds of stubs over again, and I'm getting Ajita. It's first thing in the morning. I feel like I'm speaking weird. Soto, see, like these are big margins until you factor in the tax. The more expensive they are, the much bigger margin you're going to need to see because 10% tax, you're still taking more out. Ron Santo, that's a decent flip. Al Kaline, Yadier Molina, he's also the program grind. Let's keep looking until we find a flip we like. Ooh, Diego Cartaya. 4,000 off that. That's a medium risk flip. You're not gonna. Okay, so there's a pack you can get from him in Field of Dreams, but you have to get a bunch of wins. I think you need 30 wins to get this pack. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you're not going to see this card being pulled too often right now. It's not in the pack shop. So I would expect it to be a little bit more of a stable card than someone just pulling out of a program and selling immediately. Grady Sizemore. This is the headliner right before Ken Griffey Sr. You can make about 2,000-3,000 stubs off this. This is a decent flip. Ooh. So one of these sell orders just went through for about 30K. If two more of them go through, then we're looking at 36,000 buy now and 28,866 on the sell now. So that would open up the margin quite a little bit. So I'll check back up on that in a minute to see if that goes through. Kevin Youkilis, this is one of the Battle Royale program cards. Not a flawless reward, but he's in the program. This is about 3,000 stubs. That's a decent flip. Let's do this. There's things you can do besides flipping cards. Baseball cards, you can do stadiums, equipment, park stuff. But let's focus on this for right now. See, this card is cheaper, but there's still a similar profit margin. So you know what? Let's put in a buy order on Benny. Yankee legend, by the way. Nice diving catch Friday night or Saturday night against the Red Sox. Former team. JD Martinez, this looks like a decent flip. Now, I can do this off the top of my head and figure there's good flips, but I'm just showing you guys how to break this stuff down. If you want to, you can literally just do something as simple as pulling out your calculator. Literally just go to your calculator or your phone right here. Just type in 24,886 times 0.9 because you're getting 90% of the value of the card. It's going to give you the same number the game does, but you can do it a little quicker without necessarily putting in all these fake orders on the game. Let's put in a buy order on JD. We'll see if we can come back to that later. Aaron Judge, also a decent flip. These are pretty good flips right now. Dolo. About 3,000-4,000 stubs there. 19 and 26. 26, 32. You can make about 4,000 stubs on this. Just a little bit under that. So we're going to put an order on JV. Here's another thing. I have the luxury of having over 1 million stubs to play with. Okay, no, never mind. Now I moved over here. So I have over 1 million stubs to play with up on there. There we go. Keep going about your business. Robert Hassel. This Future Stars card is disgustingly good, by the way. 2,000 stub profit? Sure, whatever. It's a much cheaper card, so the risk is much lower. Because ultimately, I can only lose 1,500 stubs, because each card has a quick sell value, meaning you can't buy it for more than a certain price. For less than a certain price. So once you're somewhere in the 90s, the buy now price doesn't go any lower than 10,000 stubs. So God forbid his market crash, we're only losing 1,500 stubs tops. That's not a big deal. Not every card is a good flip. Dontrell? We never sold this card after we earned it. You can make about 5,000 stubs off this card. So let's go for that. Also keep in mind, at the time of this recording, it is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So half of the base. If you're in Middle America, it's like 6 or 5. West Coast, we're talking 4 in the morning. Not many people are on the game right now. So this is not like the hot time to be flipping cards. I'm just trying to show you my process, how I go about things. And this is only when I'm actually physically on my console version of MLB The Show. We flip on our phone quite a bit. And in a second, I will hook up my phone to a screen recording and show you how we go about business. Harper right here gets a couple thousand stubs on the flip, so we can invest in that. So I think, hopefully, what we've done right here, I've explained a good idea of how to flip cards. Equipment doesn't tend to move as fast, but there tends to be a much more solid margin on anything, because as you can see here, a diamond bat doesn't go less than 1,000 stubs. So we're risking a 14 stub loss here, okay? But if this order clears, my hands are all over the place doing dumb stuff with that. We can make over 1,000 stubs on this flip. It's likely that it takes a while for that bat to clear, but this is also if you're trying to passively flip. More of what I like to do is go right above the buy now, or the lowest sell now price possible. Sit, wait for the order to clear, and then you have all day to get these orders cleared out, your sell orders, and you're not risking much of a loss at all. So everything right here too, There is no sell now price, which means anything you put is immediately first in line. So let's get on that real quick. Someone could easily go up to 1,001 stubs and overtake my order, but it's okay. I'm not losing any stubs. There's no way I can actually lose stubs here because, look, once again, we'll do sell order if you want. 250. If I can flip a bunch of these, that adds up as well because you can't always be looking for the big flip, a big 20,000, 50,000 stub flip. You can do a lot of small ones, which is what we tend to do. We have spammed orders like crazy. If you look at my completed orders, we've made quite a bit. We have over 1,000 pages of flips going back to when this game first came out. Let me try to find something that I like to do. Oh, one of the bats went through. Clemente U1 Ash. This one, see? Create a sell order, 1398. We can passively make 258 there. Ken Griffey went through, 1488. So we're making a couple hundred stubs on each of those right there, right now. Sponsorships tend to fluctuate. These aren't always the same price. Like, I don't know. These are what you use for franchise. I don't play franchise really, but a lot of people do. A lot of people who play offline play franchise. So let's see. This is a decent one right here. 1,059. God forbid it drop. You lose 59 stubs because you can just quick sell it for 1,000 and be okay. That Brooks Robinson Ash went through 1399. I'm telling you, please, one stub under the buy now, one stub over the sell now. Please do not jack up the market to get your way out and be greedy. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help anyone. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting everyone. Stadiums are also pretty decent for flipping because people are constantly looking to buy immediately because they need one or two more stadiums to unlock polo grounds, which please don't play there in events or ranked or BR. Please, please, please. They tend to give away classic stadiums in just about every single program, and you can also pull them in packs. People tend to get rid of them right away. So this is also a decent flip. So we go 1,002, and then we actually earned one from playing that program. So 1539. There we go. Look, someone bought that too. So it's about 400 stubs for each flip. I'll take that any day of the week. I always want to diversify my flips. I never want to stick to just one thing, one area, one card. Look, you got jerseys too you can flip. Remember, just about every single diamond equipment, jersey, perk, the lowest you can sell a diamond is 1,000 stubs. So we're only risking 34 stubs right here on this card. And then if we were to sell, if we were to get that order and sell for one stub less than the buy now price, you're making 1,000 stubs on that flip. Very low risk, very high reward. Remember, I have 928,000 stubs to play with after all of these buy orders. There's a lot of money to play with here. And looking at perks, this is what you use in Road to the Show and on your creative player for Diamond Dynasty. There's a lot of stubs to work with here as well. I can recommend looking into these. As long as 1,000 stubs sell now, go right above it by one stub and you can make good profit on these. So that covers each type of card. Diamonds aren't the only thing you can flip. Especially if you're starting out or you don't have a lot of stubs. If you're buying too many packs, first of all, stop it. Get help. Don't buy packs. It's terrible. I've ripped over 1,000 packs. You know what? So what we're going to do for now, at least, is cancel these buy orders. Because the market can fluctuate. It's perfectly normal for that to happen. So we're just not going to worry about that right now. Down Trail also might go up later, so we'll hold on to that one that we have. And now, as you can see, this is kind of tedious. That's kind of annoying to come over here and cancel each order like that. And scroll and look for your order. So this is where I show you the greatest invention known to man. As you can see here, I've been getting notifications on my phone of purchases and sales in MLB The Show. I didn't even look up here and see that my Kevin Youkilis order went. Thanks, MLB The Show companion app. I'll explain what that does for you in a second. Where's Kevin Youkilis? His order went through 41085. So, still make 3,000 stubs if and when this goes through. But what you're going to want to do, is download the MLB The Show companion app. Let's go to the App Store, type in MLB the show, and it's already there in the search. Oh, we actually have to update the app, okay? Update, come on. I got a video to make, Bubba. Okay. This is all screen recorded, so now it's going to pop up somewhere over here now, okay? Oh, wow, they just overhauled this? Pack shop, community marketing, notifications, inventory, squad management. We already know this. We're playing MLB The Show 22. We're logging in on our console on PS5. Also, let's see. Okay, that's still not. So here's the main menu of the app. It shows you your stub count up in the top corner. First off, it shows you the live content schedule if you want to keep up with that. Supercharged players. Jorge Mateo, Yankee legend. Explains what they've done recently with the game, programs, headliners, monthly programs, releases, stuff like that. Any game updates, roster updates. We're looking to go to the community market here. You can see it's the same thing that we're doing here, flipping, but this is a life-changing situation right here. Because if there's a card you like, if you want to watch the price of it, or if it's something that you're flipping, what you can actually do is, oh, by the way, flip alert, profit. 259 stubs made right there without playing the game. Anyway, my watch list. There's certain cards I'm looking for price margins on to see how much they go up and down. Like Grayson Rodriguez. I'm just going to look at that real quick. Trends, we sold him for like 130K at first. And then we bought him when he was going for like 60 something. Then he went up a little bit after I debuted him, which is on YouTube. I sold him, and now his price has gone down a little bit since. So he's just there for me to watch. Same thing for Zach Greinke. Now, Gavin Lux, I'm here to make stubs off of this guy. So as I said, each overall has a different quick sell value, right? So an 88 overall diamond MLB card has a floor of 5,500 stubs. That's why you see on Gavin Lux right here, there's 33 orders for that price. That's as low as it goes. I currently have 8 cards that I have orders on right now. So there's 8 for 9894. Hey, that's me. What's cool is when you're making a buy order or a sell order, so here, 9894. That's the price I'm looking at right now. After taxes, the seller will receive 8,905 stubs. I bought these at 5,500 stubs. That is a massive flip for such a low-priced card. This is my bread and butter right here. This is where I make all of my stubs. This is where I make most of my stubs, besides the ridiculous diamonds we're pulling out of those pack videos. There we go. We just made another 1,000 stubs off that bat. That's what I'm telling you, diversify your portfolio of what you're flipping. If only I could do this with real money, I'd be in such a good place right now. But I guess you can help me out just by watching the video and leaving a thumbs up and subbing if you enjoy it. Rugnid Odor, similar scenario. His sell now price has gone up a little bit, but as you can see, the floor was 5,500. We had bought a bunch of these, and then we sold them for about 11,000 stubs. That's also a fat profit margin. Ricky Henderson, Noah Syndergaard. We've been flipping a bunch of these. Their prices tend to fluctuate, so I'm waiting for them to get a little closer back down to their sell now price. Now, the 87, I believe their floor is 4,500. As you can see, Syndergaard goes all the way down to 4,504 here. Let's see. This is someone we're flipping right now, Vlad Guerrero Jr. You can buy him for 4,500 right now. Remember, don't be afraid to ever purchase a card at the floor price, because if you can't find a sell order and you need those stubs, just quick sell them. You're literally not losing stubs. There is no tax when you do a quick sell order, by the way. I should have told you that. By quick sell, I'll show you how to do this. If you go to quick sell 1, it tells you right there that's how much you'll get, okay? So you're not going to lose any stubs. There's no taxes they take away from quick sell orders. So let's go make our sell orders, 5497. Make sure that's the right price. Look, so you're making 447 stubs per flip. And you're not losing, you're not risking anything once again. So this is what I love the flip more than anything else. And I'm showing you this because by the time this video goes live, or if you catch it a couple days from then, this might not even be the card you want to flip. But I'm showing you what to look for here. And in the corner, I'm going to leave the quick sell values, maybe right here. Maybe for now, right here, I'll leave quick sell values depending on the overall card. Here we go, Jorge Alfaro. This card is still worth flipping. So 7483, I have one I could sell right now. 6,734 stubs. That's a nice profit when the buy now floor is 4,500. So here's my favorite thing about this app, okay? I keep having the urge to show you this, but I'm literally displaying it on the screen when I'm editing, so it'll make sense. 4501 is the highest sell now price, so we're going to go 4502, but watch this. Finalize order. You can spam these, bro. You can spam these. You can do 100 of these if you want. This is so much faster than going with your controller and trying to type with this. Like, man, go in. Go in. By the way, we just made 339 stubs flipping a bat. Passive stubs. Look. I just spammed all those orders, okay? Pablo Sandoval, don't be tricked. His sell now is 45.66, but his floor is actually 37.50, so that is not something I want to risk right now. Ultimately, that's still a good flip on Pablo Sandoval, but I'm not focused on that right now, which is okay. And you know what? I call these penny stocks. First off, shout out to my boy, Amir Garrett, friend of mine. I tend to flip silvers, bronzes, and even golds at times. You can always filter what you're looking for in the app. I forgot to tell you that. So if you don't want to do baseball cards, you want to do stadiums, equipment, sponsorship, unlockable perks, you can do that as well. If you want to go by rarity, looking for a certain type of card, you can do by that as well. You can set a price range to look for, overall, the position they play, the team they play for, a set, whether it's a legend or a flashback. Now remember, legend is a card of a player who is retired. He's not a current player anymore. So any flashback, meaning of a previous year, is called a legend card. A flashback card is considered someone who's currently in the game, thus they have a live series card, but there's a card in the game that features them from the past. For example, Andrew McCutchen getting a 99 overall retro finest. He's still playing Major League Baseball, so he's considered a flashback. Someone like Mickey Mantle, who's been retired for decades, is considered a legend. Babe Ruth, Ohtani. And it doesn't mean they're a Hall of Famer. So people get too hung up on the phrase legend in this game. Let's find an example of a legend that made people upset for no reason. Sean Green. Good player. Is he a legend, a Hall of Famer? No, but that's what you call a card at MLB The Show who is retired and has cards. Oh, we just made a couple thousand stubs flipping Kevin Youkilis. And we still have more stubs than we started with, I think. So we've made a good profit. Passively, just explaining how to flip. So hopefully that helped you out. Once again, I have 1 million stubs, so it's easier for me to flip. If it's harder for you to flip, start with what I call the penny stocks again. Luis Robert. 85 overall diamonds stop at 3,000 stubs. So right here, you can make 900 stubs. It doesn't last forever, so look for a card that you can get in on like that. Even Carlos Rodon. 35.86. You're making a 227 stubs right there if you make a 3,000 stub buy order. Not every card is worth the same. Sometimes they fluctuate, but there's always something to flip. Early in the year, it was terrible. We had terrible margins. You were making maybe 100 per flip tops, and I was doing it over and over and over and over again. But the field has expanded. I can make a lot of stubs. As you can see, we have millions of stubs of cards earned. Let's take a look at the squad. Looking at my Show Zone app right here, the live series total buy low is 1,707,000 stubs. The buy high is 2,149,000 stubs. So basically, we have a 2 million card here in Randy Johnson. Okay. We also have George Brett, whose buy low is 1.6 million. The buy high is almost 4 million. It's at 3.9 million. We got that card. Let's look at Andrew McCutchen. Let's see how much he's going for. Andrew McCutchen, his buy low is 5.1 million. His buy high is 8.5 million. So we're looking at about 10 million stubs right there that we have earned. Now where's the Jackie collection? Do they have the Jackie collection here? I think Jackie was about 300, 400K last we had checked. So there's a lot of stubs invested in. Plus, we have a million stubs to play with. I hope that was a fruitful video for you. If you have any questions, I'm on twitch.tv/MikeDroTV. I stream a couple times a week. You can always pop in the chat. First, I'm going to ask you what your favorite baseball team and favorite kind of pizza is, because that's what I do. But after that, ask me some questions about flips, and I try to break it down and explain it as well as possible. We're also on TikTok, where I post my pack a days. I post some flip margins here and there. Obviously, YouTube, this is where the video is. Drop a like and hit the sub button if you'd like to join the community there and figure out what we're doing. You can join Discord as well. Once in a while, I'll drop some flips. I do it all the time for sub chat, but I also just spread it with the rest of the community as well in my Discord. If I find a good enough flip and I don't want to hold on to it myself, and especially if I'm done flipping it and I still see a margin, I want you guys to take advantage as well, so you'll see it there. That will cover it for today's video. Until next time, pizza out. Song is copyrighted, but thanks for watching. Da, 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 da.